It's Rusty Diamond, motherfucker.
Yo, man. Boom, Miss Rusty. I hope I got all that on there and didn't clip out. So I've been using that word in a couple different ways. So in audio, when something, it gets the pitch, the whatever gets too high. See, that's why I am not, I do some music, but I'm not a great musician. But it clips out when it gets above the level where it's gonna fuck with the sound. So the sound completely goes away. So there's that. But then clip out shit from a video to give it separate clips. I've been using the word clip out. So I use it in two different ways. But anyway, that's not what this is about. So welcome to the podcast, the Public Access Podcast, here on the Quantum Global Broadcasting Network, QGBN. Check out other great shows on the network, like When the Gloves Come Off, Thinking Man's Pro Wrestling Podcast. This is It with Lizzie and Saved by the Band, and the show's brought to you by Fred Ben Savage as Fuck, Stoner Eats Productions, Hardcore Entertainment, Hypnosis is Great, and Sock'emUp.org. So, to get away from sound stuff, I'm going to bring out my guest. I've been on the Comics on Life show with Stefan a couple times, and both these times, this guy has been on the show, and I've already had April and Stefan and there's someone else I'm missing, but I'll figure that out. I can't figure it out. I can't figure it out. Will I figure it out? Maybe, but I guess that's what's important, right? Ah, shit. Yeah, I don't know if I'd ever figure this out. But anyway, is that it? Nope. Eric Brown. Yeah, okay. Eric Brown was the other one. That's who it was. Okay, so anyway, but this guy's been on twice. So that's twice the excitement. So right here, right now, we have right here, right now. I think we have. I'm gonna get it. It's gonna happen. Right here, right now, we have SauceGotJokes. There he is. Yeah. So,
What up?
man, so dude, yeah. You're working with a pickaxe. What's going on with the pickaxe?
What's going on with the pickaxe? Well, right now I'm in the office for my day job, and we are building stuff. And our company's logo is a pickaxe. So,
Okay.
is putting the pickaxe. Yeah, that's what we got going on. So this,
All right.
your viewers don't think I'm just some type of murderer with the pickaxe. That's why.
Right, yeah. I'm seeing SauceGotJokes here with the fucking pickaxe taking the I don't know, but so if you're gonna murder someone, would you take the thing off, the tag,
the plastic.
yeah, take the plastic. I mean, if you don't, then you have the possibility of returning it.
People can trace it, I guess. I'm very suspicious of barcodes, put it that way.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All I can take it, man.
Yeah, I mean, barcodes, who needs barcodes? Who needs them?
Yeah, who needs them? No, I need barcodes because I like to use the self-checkout aisle. So I'm gonna be scanning the wrong stuff. So without the barcodes, couldn't get away with it. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't pay $2.40 for my 50-inch TV. So
right. But they know that if you do that, then they wait for it to get above whatever the level is for it to become a felony in whatever state you're in.
What is the level of that? What's it like?
I'm not sure. It varies in state to state. So they wait for you to get to that level, and then then they'll get you and they'll but up until then you're good. So as long as you
Yeah.
stay below that number, you can do it as much as you like. But once you hit that number, then they're gonna come
I
after you.
mean, most of the time I'm just like scanning like avocados and onions and shit, like just little shit that I just don't want to pay for. Cause it's like I don't want to pay for this fucking onion.
Yeah,
Like,
this is my onion. I need some fucking food with some onion tonight, man. I'm not. Yeah, it's just one onion, one avocado.
I'm not
Um,
paying $1.30 a pound for onion. Fuck that. I'm just gonna
no,
take it.
no. Yeah, I mean, people gotta fucking get their avocado going. It's man, and avocado some places they're fucking expensive. You know,
Yeah.
people, man, up in Portland, Oregon, man, it's all about that brunch shit, and they
Yeah.
do avocado toast, man.
Yeah.
That shit
I
would be
think
like $15.
I think fucking avocados are overrated because they're high, but they go bad so quick. Like if you leave an avocado out for like fucking 2 seconds, that bitch is dead. Like that shit is over with. It'll turn brown. It's no
Yeah,
good anymore. So I'm not paying fucking $15 for something that's only gonna last 30 seconds. Yeah, fuck that. Fuck
yeah.
that.
You can't buy more than one. You always have to buy a new one, and that
Fact.
means and mostly it's a breakfast thing, unless it's you're
Like
having guacamole or some shit. Then it
I
might
don't
be
even
dinner, but
so
uh, yeah, I mean, I don't want to fucking hit the store before I'm eating though. But yeah, man,
yeah,
you can't buy more than one fucking avocado, man.
yeah, fuck avocado.
Yeah,
No,
fuck avocados. That might be
that's
where
my
this is
slogan
going.
for the day. That's my slogan for the day. Fuck avocado.
I think so. I think that should be, man. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. Even if fucking they even sell that shit at Dunkin Donuts, but it's not is I don't know what the fuck it is that they have there, man. It's this weird light green color. And they put it on toast. Like normal avocado, and you fucking is like a darker green, but this is like
I haven't eaten in Dunkin' in a while because I care about my health. So
yeah, right. Man, I was excited when I came out here because I'm like, shit, I get fucking Dunkin' again.
Mhm.
And I started going there for like 2, 3 days, and then I was like, okay, well, I can just go to the gas station and you know may have as much for a
Dunkin',
coffee, but
a,
um,
a
yeah,
diet, a diet of Dunkin' and gas station food. Yeah, you definitely shave like 3 years off your life.
easily. But who needs those 3 years, man? They're probably not the greatest years, so
What if,
it'll be all right.
what if you could
I
pick your,
smoked for long enough that I think
what if you could pick and choose the years that to shave off? Where it's just like, you know what, let me shave off 3 years in my 40s, or like just like you go from like 43 to fucking 40. I can't do math. Fucking 47. It's like you just skip all of that shit and just get
just
right
yeah,
and
right
shave
up
it.
there to the upper
Mhm.
40s.
Yeah,
It,
like
yeah, I mean it's weird once you get up there and like even when so what was it? Like at 38 you're just as far away from being 21 as you are to being fucking 55 or to be or to get your discount at Denny's or whatever the fuck
mhm.
however you look at it, go get the discounts at get because you can get your AARP card whenever. But
38 might be a fun age, man.
you
I'm waiting.
30s are the best. 30s are the
Mhm.
best years. 40s are all right.
Mhm.
20s, I don't know. 20s seem good, but then 30s seemed a lot better.
Yeah, 20s are overrated. 30, so I'm 31 right now. So
Yeah,
30s to me in my experience has been 20, but with money.
right.
So,
That's a big difference. At 20, dude, man, yeah, I did not have that at all. I
mhm.
was, I don't know, man, what fucking 20, I
Now,
was,
now I understand why girls date older men, because we might not have our shit together, but we have it more together when we're fucking their age. So
right. And when you look back when you're 20, you're like, well, so wait, when did you start doing comedy? I guess is my next question.
I started doing comedy 4.5 years ago when I was age of 27.
So you were 27. Okay. I think that's about when I started too. Which there's people that are younger than you, but then like, so now that you look and you see comics that are like 20 years old, um,
Mhm.
I mean, I don't know. Some of them are
To be
there,
real,
but
most of
yeah,
them niggas ain't funny.
they're
like,
not funny.
yeah, because I say this, I'm always bittersweet because on one end, I would like to say, damn, I wish I started comedy earlier. But on the other end, I'm glad that I started comedy when I did, because comedy is pretty much based off your life experience, you know? Like the older guys usually are funnier because they've been through more shit. And like, let's be real, what the fuck has a 20-year-old been through to fucking tell you about?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
100%. Yeah. And I mean, when you got a crowd that's, maybe if the crowd's all 20-year-olds, then maybe
Mhm.
it's one thing. But if you have a crowd that's older than that, man, there's not going to be much. I mean, yeah, what have you done like when you're 20? You're like,
I
there's
say,
not.
God, there's the advantage to being older because 20-year-olds can't relate to 40-year-olds because they haven't been 40 yet. But 40-year-olds have been 20 before, so they can still,
Right.
it's more, you know.
Yeah. And I mean, it was interesting because, yeah, like when I started, there were some people that were starting out that were like in their maybe 50s or, 40s and stuff. And I'm like, man, they're old. But then I was like, but they like got it pretty quick. All them
Yeah.
that were older kind of caught on
Mhm.
pretty
Yeah.
quick. Whereas,
I
yeah,
don't
you
know.
get some younger ones. Yeah, I don't quite know. I mean, yeah, even at 26, I don't think. I mean, I knew some stuff, but
Yeah.
definitely learned a lot more since then. So
Yeah. Yeah. So that's the beauty of it. Like a lot of people be like, oh, I'm getting old. I'm getting old. I'm excited. I like getting older. I don't know what it. I guess I just haven't hit the downward slope yet. I'm still on the up on the slope on the rise up. So maybe that's what
right,
it is.
yeah, unless you got fucking, you know, uh, I don't know. Some people, yeah, think 31's old, but dude, yeah, 31 is nothing, man. 31 is fucking.
This is
That's
young as
yeah,
shit.
yeah,
I feel like you're not old until you're like 50 something. I feel like 40s is getting old, but you're not old yet.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. I mean, yeah, it's weird looking back and like seeing what my parents were doing when they were 40 as
Mhm.
opposed to what I was doing when I was 40. And like, well, yeah, it's a little different, but yeah,
Yeah,
man, 40 is not that old either, man.
man, it's not. It is not, man. It is so funny when I was looking at like my peers, like in the same age group as me. We are some very childish ass adults.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, and I think yeah, it really kind of showed when uh we had the lockdown and shit, and man, all the fucking childhood toys and shit, man. I was selling those things, and damn, dude, like I couldn't keep that shit on the shelves. Like, like all that stuff from then is like it's like you're saying, you're 20, but with money now,
Yeah.
and
'Cause
it's like,
all the childhood things that you didn't get because you couldn't pay for, you just buy it. Fuck it.
yeah,
Let's do it.
you just have it now. It's like, oh, okay, well, cool, all
Like
right,
I still collect Yu-Gi-Oh cards. It's like at this
yeah,
point they're to have like if you're playing like the game and like actually trying to compete, like it costs a good little amount of money. It's just like, okay, yeah, like I spent $50 for that fucking card.
yeah.
I got
Are you playing? Are you are
at the
you collecting right now? You have friends that are?
at the moment, no, but I did a year ago because so I moved to Charlotte. I was in Newberry, South Carolina, and that's where I would play with a lot of other people in my local scene. But I moved here, and I have yet to step out to go find the local scene and anything. I've just been mostly working comedy, so haven't really had time to do that.
So is that why you moved to Charlotte? Was for comedy then?
Yeah, it
Cool.
yeah, for comedy, but also just life in general, because where I'm from is just small town, no opportunities. I can't grow there, so I gotta go somewhere to expand my horizon.
So you doing comedy out where you were then? Were you like, what was that scene like?
All right, so I'm breaking it down like this. Newberry, Newberry is where I'm from. A little town in the sticks, population of about 8,000.
Okay.
And guess how many stand-up comedians there were?
Uh, I'd say there is you and maybe one other person. You
Me.
had the whole fucking place on lockdown.
Me. Uh, which sounds good. It sounds like it's easy. It's not a competitive market, but Newberry is definitely a retirement place, to where like it's a whole bunch of like old people, old money, and they don't want anything new. So like I've tried to do different venues here and there, and just they just wasn't going for it. So basically what I was doing the entire like 3.5 years before I moved is I would have to drive up to Columbia or Greenville or Spartanburg. So I had to drive 40 minutes in any direction in order to do any type of comedy.
Oh shit.
So, mhm.
So you weren't doing like hosting any shows out there in Newberry or anything like that?
Oh,
Just went out into
I
the
performed in
cities?
Newberry. Yeah, I performed in Newberry twice. One was at a Juneteenth festival, and that went horrible.
How so?
Cause my so they did a Juneteenth festival, and I was approached to perform out there. I said, all right, cool, I will. And it was like, of course, you got to be clean, of course. I'm like, all right, cool, let's go. So with me, I decided to write an entire set about Juneteenth. But
With
so
all new stuff.
yeah, all new stuff, but it was good. And it was like real, well thought out, methodical, clever type of jokes, right?
Right.
But I forgot the key thing. I live in a country bumpkin ass town where people aren't so clever. So
Okay. Yeah.
so I told my first joke, and I literally seen the visible confusion on their face. I seen the wheels going around in their head, and I was like, oh shit, I forgot where I'm at. They just want to see me like put on a show. They just want to see me be a character, just blah blah blah. They didn't want to think, you know.
Shit.
So this
So what happened then?
I just did the set.
You went through the whole set.
I went, hey, fuck it. I went through the
Damn.
whole set. Like, hey, we here today. And just people, some people was like, okay, like they're occasionally who like, oh, okay, I get it. But the majority of everybody was just like, what the fuck is he even talking about?
Yeah.
Because the funny thing is that Juneteenth, even though it's been around forever, it is new to where I live, because they didn't teach us that shit in school. They didn't teach us
No,
shit. In
in
so
South Carolina, they didn't teach you that.
they did not teach us about that shit at all.
Shit.
So when we did the Juneteenth festival, it was literally like 2 or 3 years after we as a population heard about Juneteenth. So it was new. We was like, all right, we're gonna make a change. We're gonna make a day. We're gonna do a festival. Blah 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 blah. So with me telling jokes of like me who researched Juneteenth and all this other shit, they weren't. They were not prepared. They're not prepared to understand what I was saying.
So how'd you find out about Juneteenth?
The show Atlanta.
Okay. I think that's where, yeah, it really became known was, yeah, because of that show, which
Yeah. And I was like, what? Oh, wait. So I went and looked at, and then it got me thinking, like, it's so ironic because that made me think all the way back to growing up in the school system. I was like, so that means I literally was answering questions wrong on the test, but they were right because that's what they told
Yeah, that's
us.
a good point. It's like, yeah, well, 1865, the end. Well, nope, not quite. It wasn't quite the end. And
That's fucking
yeah,
crazy.
shit was wild, man. I didn't know about it, yeah, till probably, I don't know, 2, 3 years ago. And a buddy from Houston, he told me about it, and I was like, wait, what the fuck? Like, and then
Yeah.
it showed up on the calendar on my phone. And I was like, what the fuck is Juneteenth? And then it's like, wait, whoa, this is
Yeah.
why didn't we hear about this? Especially with the textbooks. I think all the textbooks that were made when we were growing up were from Texas,
Hmm.
which is
Bullshit.
even, yeah, a bunch of bullshit. Like, okay, well, so then what did you come away with then after that set? Like, as far as
Um,
working an audience, and if they're not quite on the same level as you.
of course, like it was a learning experience, like as far as you got to know your audience, for sure. And now, like, if I could do it again, of course, I could tailor some of those jokes to be more digestible, but I would pivot way sooner. Like, if I
Yeah.
wanted to keep the enjoyment of the crowd, I would just pivot. Like, yeah, fuck that. This ain't the right crowd for it, blah blah blah. But on uh on a deeper level, that definitely confirmed to me that I got to move. Like, just like I I love my
Yeah.
city, I love my town or whatever, but the world is way bigger than that fucking place. So I got to go, you know.
Yeah. That's understandable. And
Mhm.
so have you ever got to use those jokes again?
Yes, I used them jokes the week after, the literal week after, in a crowd with like a mixed crowd. It was like different people
Yeah.
of all demographics, and they destroyed. I destroyed it up. See, cause I did it. I was like, I knew those jokes were fucking good because I was doubting that, but I was like, I knew those
Yeah.
jokes were good. I knew it.
So did you just go with the same set, or did you change anything on it, or?
I went with the same set for the most part. Changed a couple of like punchlines here and there. I found stuff that hit like more generally instead of very niche.
Yeah.
So and that seemed to work out a little bit better.
So what was kind of been your fucking so let's see, are you still going to open mics every night, or are you doing more
Um
like doing it
well,
sometimes and being booked on shows, or what's?
so I'm mostly booked at this point. I do mostly booked shows. I still do open mic. It's not like I'm fucking too good to go to an open mic and done that. Just that, when you got a job and all this shit, it's kind of hard to try to get get to and fro. But I do hit a lot of open mics because you gotta stay shooting that jumper. You gotta stay practicing. Like
Yeah,
you can't just get a couple of good jokes and then just ride it. Now you got to stay constantly trying to get better. But
some
I
people have.
definitely, mhm,
Some people have been able to have a couple jokes and ride those for
yeah,
15,
but
20 years.
I don't think that's
But
gonna be me.
yeah, that's not, yeah, you're more than that. And so
Mhm.
uh
And,
so
and I like,
then,
go
yeah,
ahead.
no,
I was
go
gonna
for
say,
it, man.
uh, um, I like the process of making new jokes. Like I like finding something and then finding the funny angle about it and then making it into something presentable for an audience to laugh at. Like that whole process is just so fucking fun. So
Where
that's why I keep the open mic. Mhm.
where's most of your material coming from?
Just just life. Like as far as I do a lot of topical stuff too. Like if I see something that happened, in the world, like world news or whatever, something, of course you gotta talk about it. But
Yeah.
the thing with that is that we live in this 10-day society that something will happen and then 10 days later nobody gives a fuck. So
Yep. And then
I
you
like
got jokes gone.
yeah, so I like doing those jokes just to practice making jokes. Just to be like, all right, this happened Monday. I'm gonna make a joke about it and say it Wednesday, and then nobody's gonna give a fuck anymore. But I still was able to take that thing, make it funny in a short amount of time, and get it out there. That was an exercise for me. But most of like the jokes that I keep is just life experiences, just being every day I wake up in the morning and I'm walking out, I just be receptive to anything that's going on in the world. Like the other day, me and my girlfriend, we went to Lowe's to get some stuff, and this guy he ran out and stole, like he had like a buggy full of like lumber and all type of shit. He just ran straight out the fucking door, and you see all the fucking white employees running after him. And the black employee that was messing with us, he was like, what the fuck they think they gonna do? That's a Mexican. They ain't catch him. And it's just like, this is fucking hilarious to me. I'm making jokes about this right now. I'm going to the open mic tonight to fucking talk about this shit here.
So do you have like a notepad or something, or are you doing this on your phone, or what's your
So,
style there? Do you have a special pen?
so I do a little bit of both. Like, I'm gonna tell you my tried and true process right now is if I see something funny, I will make a Facebook post about it, and then go back to that Facebook post and analyze it and turn it into a joke. But I have a notebook too. I whip it out, like I got it in my bag. Like if I see something funny, I like daydream about it. But sometimes I'll fucking forget about that daydream and it'll be gone. So I'll just take out my notebook, write a phrase, and then put it back in there. Like my notebook is not, I don't have jokes long form written out. It's a whole
Yeah.
bunch of the stupid phrases that it won't mean shit to nobody but me.
And do they still all mean something to you when you look back at them, or are some of them just
Yeah.
kind of gone and you're like, I don't know what the fuck I meant by
They
uh
pretty much
tomato
they pretty much
green fucking tree?
because if I see the word like it'll be something like fucking ugly dolphin. I don't know why. Then like I just read it, ugly dolphin, and I come back to the memory of an ugly fucking dolphin that I was gonna talk about. Then it just goes back from there. But as far as me writing out, set up, punch, tag, that ever works out for me.
Yeah. And
Mhm.
so, yeah, I mean, the Facebook posts, that was how I started out. I had a bunch of Facebook posts that, got,
Mhm.
a little bit of fucking response
Right.
from people. And I was like, oh, okay. And yeah, I wrote those all down in a notebook and then started, those were my first jokes. But then, so is, is AI a thing in the comedy community with you? Are you seeing people doing that, like coming up with shit that way?
I personally haven't seen it, but that's because I'm not looking for it. I think that it's talentless. I think you are a fucking loser if you use AI and come up with your own fucking material. Because if we get to the point where AI is generating our shit, what the fuck are we used for? What are we for?
Right. Yeah,
So
just you're a fucking person with a thing in your ear, or just remembering the set. And yeah, I mean, like, yeah, it's crazy. I mean, yeah, I took my first jokes and I was like, write me fucking, here's a setup, write me fucking 10 new punchlines for each joke.
mhm,
And I'm like, okay, there's people that got to be doing this, man. And just
mhm.
fucking, I don't know. There's so much of it, like with so many things I fucking do. It's just like, dude, I can be replaced by this shit so easily. And it's just,
I hate it.
yeah, it's weird, man. It's weird
It
watching it.
is weird because talented people do exist. So it's just like this makes it so much easier for people without talent to just
Right.
do. It's just like, nah, this push you haven't lived this life. You haven't did the blood, sweat, and tears, the hard work to do this shit. You feel me? So
Yeah.
I can't get jiggy with it.
Yeah. And I mean, I haven't been to an open mic for a while. I don't know about people on shows, but I don't know, man. I feel like it's got to be going on somewhere, but I just don't know.
Problem.
I don't think I know enough of the comics out here to really know who I'd be thinking. Like, I don't know them well enough to know if it's like, okay, there's no way they could have fucking thought that up
Mhm.
and, kind of be able to see it. But I don't know, man.
As long as I stay authentic to myself, I kind of just gonna ignore it and just keep doing what I'm doing. Like I know it's a whole bunch of bullshit out here, but what can I do about it?
Yeah.
Nothing. So
Yep. Stay in your lane and make your jokes fucking better,
only
man.
thing I can do is make jokes about people using the AI fucking
Yeah.
machine.
There you go. There you go.
Fucking losers.
Yeah.
Get-
Dude, yeah, it's fucking funny, man. It's I mean, like, yeah, just watching some of it and then with like writers and stuff and like South Park's nailed it a few times with that shit. I don't know if you watch South Park at all, but
I used to watch South Park, but then as I got older, I was just like, I really don't care that much more. Like
oh
if it's on
yeah,
TV, like if I'm just like in a random place and it's on TV, I'll watch it. But it's
yeah,
not like, oh, I gotta go home and watch a new episode of South Park.
right. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they do touched on it a few times. Like I don't know how long ago it was. It probably was maybe close to like 10 years ago. They had one where they had a fucking, a robot fucking telling jokes on stage and shit. And yeah, and eventually it went and, killed everybody, but you know, uh, so it is. And then in one of the last episodes that they did this year, um it was about ChatGPT and they fucking just you could tell like the whole episode was just fucking ChatGPT because everything was like a little bit off. And but yeah, I don't know, man. It'll be interesting to see where that goes. But I mean, if you're just observing and you know, working
Yeah.
stuff out. And then so
Yes.
between doing a show in front
I
of a
got
bunch of you gotta go.
in like 3 to 5 minutes, because I'm mad that we had those technical difficulties earlier, kind of took up some of the time, but we got a meeting at 11. But just keep
Okay,
going. We good.
cool. Well then, okay, so I have one question, then I'll let you tell what you gotta tell. So there is so between doing open mics and paid shows, if you're crafting a joke, how much like will you change because you're not getting reaction from comics who've heard your jokes amount of times, or if you're doing it in front of a crowd that's not comics and they respond to it well or not well?
See, the feedback I get from comments, I get it after the fact. Like I don't give a fuck about their reactions when I'm on stage because we are the worst audience members.
Yeah,
We don't laugh at shit, but and it's not even on purpose. It's just we're dialed in for the most part. I know when I'm watching
yeah,
the show, I have to trick myself. Like I gotta trick myself to be in audience mode and not comic mode. Because in comic mode, I'm gonna sit here, study and dissect, blah 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 blah. So now
yeah,
I always ask their reaction after the show. But when it comes to audience members, fuck their reaction after the show. It's during the show, so it's the complete
yeah,
opposite. So you just gotta do what you do and see what works, what doesn't work, and then go to the drawing board. Because I know it's been plenty of times where I told jokes and the crowd laughed. Then after the fact, some random drunk asshole be like, you know what you should do with that joke? You should blah 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 blah. I just let it go in one ear and out the other because who the fuck are you? Like you
right,
don't go up to a pilot and be like, you know what, you should fly the plane like this. Nah, fuck out of here.
yeah.
No, so
Oh
that's
yeah.
pretty much.
Yeah, tell me a joke. I'm not saying you tell me a joke. I'm saying they'll say, oh, you're a comedian.
Mhm.
Tell me a joke.
And
Like,
then I try to
okay,
tell
sure.
you I say
Yeah,
pay me.
yeah, yeah.
And
Right?
they get
Yeah.
mad. I had somebody tell me, they said, tell me a joke. I said, pay me. And they said, who you think you is? Kevin Hart? And then I
Yeah.
looked at them and I said that, you know what? No, I'm not Kevin Hart. But at one time, Kevin Hart was me. So
Yeah.
pay
Right?
me, fucker.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So if people want to just pay you or they want to find your work or book you, how are they going to do that?
So you can find me on all social media. Well, not all, but on Instagram and YouTube and Twitter at SauceGotJokes71. You can find me on Facebook at SauceGotJoke. So for some reason, Jokes is not a valid last name. I don't know what the fuck they would let me put it at.
Motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, if you're ever in the Charlotte area, on Tuesdays I run a showcase out of a strip club, out of the Crazy Horse Strip Club. It's called Ha-Ha's and Tatas Tuesday. It's every Tuesday at 9 p.m. You know what I'm saying? I have guest spots available, so if there are any comments from out of town, you slide through. I'll give you some time. Ain't no thing, you know. So yeah, that's where you can find me at.
Cool. Well, hey, well, dude, thanks so much for being on. And yeah, yeah,
I
I'll
saw
probably,
the technical difficulties earlier, man.
hey, it's all good. We got it going. And I had them too. So I was like, fuck, I'm going to have to go and tell Sauce, like, I can't get my shit going. I can't fucking hear anything. So it worked out. All right. So yeah, man,
Uh-huh.
have a fucking good rest of your day and I'll talk soon. All right.
All right, man. Thank you, Rusty, man. We're gonna holler at you on the flip side, my boy.
Hell yeah. All right. All right, dude. Sauce got a joke. Sauce got jokes. Sauce got a joke on Facebook because they're assholes. Thanks, Mark Zuckerberg. Anyway, dude, you guys, you can call in. I forgot to do this at the beginning. You can call in and leave a message on the show if you want, 503-974-6420, or
Messages? Messages? We don't need no stinking messages!
yeah, but I do again, 503-974-6420. I'll play it on the show. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here on the Quantum Global Broadcast Network, QGBN. And again, check out those other shows on the network. When the Gloves Come Off, Thinking Man's Pro Wrestling Podcast. This is It with Lizzie and Saved by the Band. And the show is brought to you by Fred Ben Savage as Fuck, Stone Reeds Productions, Hardcore Entertainment, Hypnosis is Great, talkemup.org. Like, share, subscribe. Go check out the other stuff. And check out Sauce. Check out Sauce Got Jokes. I'll put the links everywhere and you can find him. And that is the show. Man. Boom.
It's Rusty Diamond, motherfucker. It's Rusty Diamond, motherfucker.
Ernest! Ernest! Ernest!
Yes, Pee-wee.
You brought the snacks, right?